Welcome to Gun News in 5 minutes or less, where we will talk about events and happenings in the gun industry, ammunition pricing and so forth, politics related to firearms, personalities, new releases on the market, and anything else I can fit in. This is brought to you by DR Drake 63. Is it time for a change at the top at the NRA? We did a news story called NRA What the Hell Happened here last month and would like to do a follow-up. So, first of all, I try to avoid editorialization in gun news in 5 minutes or less. But it's going to be kind of hard for me to do that in this particular case because I'm somebody who had been a member of the National Rifle Association for a long time. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think it's a time for a change at the top. I don't have a personal axe to grind with Wayne LaPierre, and I don't want to accuse him of doing anything based off of reading alleged this or alleged that, but it seems to be widely known that there has been misappropriation of funds and extravagant privileges taken by executives in that organization. That's a problem for me because there's so many hardworking middle-class Americans that are donating their money to causes that they believe in. They don't want to hear that the executives are spending their times on yachts and things like that and then claiming, well, we need to get away from the threats of people who, in the wake of mass shootings and things like that, could be a danger to us. Hey, guess what, guys? There's ways of doing that without spending reportedly as much as $64 million on misappropriated funds. And again, I'm going to say reportedly. I don't know. Let's forget about all that for a minute. The National Rifle Association still has a very robust membership. I still get emails from them. I got one after the most recent tragic mass shooting that occurred in Colorado last month. And hey, the time to give your monies now. We need all the help you're going to get. Well, here's the problem. Tell me how you're going to spend that money to help protect my rights. How are you going to do it? And this is the part of as a member I don't know. How much of that is going to go to some Chinese manufacturer to make a crappy NRA carry bag or a hat or something else like that that I get as a gift for my membership? I've got a better idea. Here's what I would want for my membership is to know that, number one, leadership isn't leading an extravagant lifestyle. This should be a blue collar, maybe a little bit better type job, but you're not Fortune 500 guys. Don't pretend that you are because your clients aren't. Secondly, show us what you're doing with the money. Talk about your grassroots efforts and things of that nature. That's what we want to hear about. You can do some looking of the NRA, ILA, and some of the state level things, but from a national level, it just kind of looks like a joke. These are the kinds of things that are real important for your average member, to know that you're fighting for Second Amendment rights and you're trying to stop some of these restrictive laws that only work to hurt legal, responsible firearms owners and do absolutely nothing to prevent crime. These are the kinds of things that are frustrating. I think it's time for a different look at the top. For the good of the organization, the good of the membership, I think Wayne LaPierre needs to step down. I think it's time for a fresh start at the top levels. I don't have any kind of personal axe to grind with Mr. LaPierre. That isn't the point of this video. But I care about Second Amendment rights. I care about the youth sports. I care about the marksmanship training, the safety training for guns, and all the things combined, plus the legislation that the NRA has long stood for. And there's been some things in their past where they've probably, quite frankly, worked against gun owners in one way or another in terms of writing legislation, but that's a story for a different day. I'd like to see the membership and the membership's dues be used for the right things. And again, I think it's time for a fresh start. And this has been Gun News in 5 minutes or less. Please click subscribe for updates.